introduce myself. My name is Dona Dwi Amelia, and I'm an English student department from Islamic State University, Sheikh Washil, Kediri. In this video, I will tell you one study plan that you can implement in your class. Please pay attention when I'm explaining it to you. So, this lesson plan is for teaching English using multimedia and media social for junior high school class 9 with the time allocation is 90 minutes. The subject matter is narrative text. For the learning objective, by the end of the lesson, students will be able to first, understand the structure and language features of narrative text. Second, create a narrative text using social media tools. And the last is collaborate effectively in groups. The tools and the material that we need is examples of narrative text, such as fairy tales. Second, access the multimedia and social media tools, projector, laptop, and handphone. Now we move to the lesson structure. For the first is introductions. In the sections, the teacher will be greeting, lead the praying, and checks the attendance of the students. And then, the teacher will be give a brief explanation of narrative text, including their purpose, generic structures, and language features. And the last is, the teacher will be show examples of narrative text and discuss their elements interactively with the class. And for the main activity, the teacher will be divide students into small groups and provide each group with a narrative text example, and then ask them to identify the generic structure and language feature of the text, and the group will share their findings with the class. In the second activity, the teacher will give them a narrative video from YouTube and guide the student brainstorming their ideas for their own narrative story based on narrative video. And the last activity is presentations. The group will be present their digital narrative to the class, and the teacher will be summarize the lesson by revisiting key points about narrative text and reflecting on how digital tools enhance storytelling, and provide feedbacks on student works and introduce the next topics. After done all of this, the teacher will be closing the class by review what they have done and wrap up the class with some self-reflection questions. Don't forget to end the lesson by praying and saying goodbye. For the homework, the teacher can ask students to write a personal narrative at home and post it in the Instagram. Collect the video link into one group and teacher will be write their story. For the assessment itself, the teacher can evaluate students' understanding through their analysis of narrative text examples. That's all the explanations about the lesson plans. Now we move to the demonstration sections. Please watch carefully. Good morning, class. How are you today? So, before we start the class today, please help me, Ryan, to lead the prayer. Okay, thank you, Ryan. So, today we would like to learn about the narrative text. Everyone, have you ever heard about the narrative text? No? So, the narrative text is the text that tells the chronological event that happened in the past. The purpose of the narrative text itself is to entertain the reader. So, mostly, the narrative text is based on imaginative of the author, such as the fairy tales, horror, or maybe romance. And for the general structure of the narrative text itself, it has four structure, sorry. And the first is orientations, when you introduce the character or maybe the setting from the story, and then you tell the conflict in the complications, the second structure, in the second structures. And when you already tell the problems, the conflict that appear in the story, you can tell the resolutions or maybe the solution that happen in the story, and the last is orientations. It tells about the moral value in the narrative text. And for the language features itself, the narrative text using past tense. What is the past tense? Past tense is the tenses that use when we want to tell about something that already happened in the past. Everyone wanna explain the past tense? Or maybe we should go to the example of the narrative text. So I already provide one narrative text for you, or maybe for us to analyze the general structure from the text. Already analyzed the general structure from the narrative text that I have provided before. Now I will divide you guys into the two groups, the one group and the second group. You will analyze the narrative text by yourself, and then you will presentation your founding. I mean, what is your analysis? What is your founding in the text based on the text that I provide you now. So now I will give you another narrative text to analyze. Can you understand? Yes, thank you. So the first group will be you and you and you, and the second group will be you and you and you. Thank you. Okay, time up, guys. Now I want you, one of you, to tell me about your finding or your analysis. For the first, please come forward. Nana. Okay, thank you. That's great. Nice analysis. Now, please, you come forward. That's great. Nice analysis. All of you have nice analysis, guys. I think that you understand now about the narrative text. So we move to the next activity to make your own narrative text. So before, I already sent you a link in your headphone. Please check your headphone, guys, please. I already sent you a link, a YouTube link for one narrative text by the title Bawang Merah and Bawang Putih. Now, you, each group, make your own narrative text based on the YouTube, based on the video in YouTube. You can make your Bawang Merah Bawang Putih on your versions. I mean that maybe you wanna make the Bawang Merah is the nice person, or maybe you wanna switch their personality. It's up to you guys. It's your imagination. So you can do whatever do you want for that story, as long as the character is still the Bawang Merah and Bawang Putih. And remember, the structure of the narrative text is include the orientations, complications, resolutions, and the reorientations. So now you have 30 minutes to make your own story. So you can get started now. Okay, thumbs up guys. Now please, all of you can move forward each group to tell the class about your own story. Your short story about the boundary and bounty with your own person. Now please stand up and tell the class, please. Okay, thank you. First group is the nice story actually. It's funny. Now please the second group move forward and tell the class your story. Next group guys, you already did a great job in this narrative text lesson. And I think you all need to pay more attention with the solutions. I think the first group has the nice story, but the solutions it's really not good. But actually it's not problem at all. But yeah, you can improve more about your story. And the second group is actually have a good story, but the reorientation or the moral value of their story it's not appear in the story. So I need you to put your moral value, just not just to create a story, but you need to put the moral value itself in the story. Okay guys, so I think I have already explained about the narrative text. So have you now understand what is the narrative text? Oh yeah, yes. Now do you have understand the structure, the generic structure of the narrative text?
Understand.
Understand. Okay, thank you for the explanation. And how about the language feature itself? Do you understand about the simple loss?
I understand.
Thank you. So maybe that's all for today class, and thank you for the attention. But before I close the class, please do some homework. So I give you a homework. Please create your own narrative story. You can create whatever story that you want. Maybe it's horror story or maybe the romance story. It's up to you. And please, you upload your narrative text in your own Instagram. And please collect the link into the one. And please, the leader in this class, send me the link, all of you guys. And I will check your work and I will give you feedback in commenter sections in your Instagram. So please do not private your account. Okay? You get it? You get the homework? Okay. Now I will close the class. Thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
That's all the explanation and the demonstration about the lesson plan. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video will help you to make your class more interactive. Bye bye.